and good morning. Joe Justice here, coming to you live on December 15th, 2022. We are halfway through December. It is Thursday, and it's an exciting day today. I hope everybody is having a good time. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today, I wanted to talk to you guys about really basic exercises. One of the things that, of course, I've ran into quite a bit is people. One of the problems that people have is they really kind of overcomplicate exercising. When it comes to exercising, there's really just four main types of moves that you need to focus on. There's pushing, pulling, crunching, and squats. That's really all you need to worry about. Now, there's lots of other kind of exercises, obviously. There's books and books and books filled with exercise, and there's different types of exercises. There's cardio exercise, there's yoga, there's different types of conditioning like interval training and stuff like that. So there's lots of different ways to deal with exercise and lots of different types of exercise. A lot of them have very specific applications. So if you're in sports, if you're in combat sports, for example, you need to do a lot of conditioning. Like, it's funny, you see like the whole battle rope thing when you see people in MMA and stuff using the battle ropes, that all kind of started specifically for types of conditioning used to give you endurance when you do combat sports, right? So that's not necessarily the kind of exercise that is effective in everyday normal application for people that are just trying to be fit and healthy. Not that there's anything wrong with that kind of stuff. It's just you see trends like that become really popular that aren't necessarily the most effective. And then, of course, there's yoga. I love yoga. Yoga is one of my favorite types of exercise. So that's a really common one that people do. But again, it's not really about general fitness as much as it is about mind-body connection and flexibility, and there's a meditative element to it, so you have to keep that in mind. And then there's all kinds of other different types of techniques like biking and interval training with biking, and of course running. Those are very popular for sprinting and things like that. So there's all these different types of exercises, but when it comes to kind of general fitness, general everyday common day fitness, my go-to is always these four exercises: pushing, pulling, crunching, and squats. Now, so let's talk about those for a little bit. Of course, pushing, this is for upper body. This is a push-up, basically what you're talking about. Pulling is anything that you pull your body, pull your towards you. That includes bicep curls, of course, but mainly what I'm thinking about is pull-ups. So that's lifting your body. Crunches, that's core work. You can also think of those as setups, of course. And then squats, and again, that's leg work. Basically, your squat is your go-to move for working your lower body. So what is all that kind of stuff? How do we break all that stuff down? What does it all do? Well, first of all, push-ups, there's a huge variety of push-ups. And push-ups basically exercise the part of your body that pushes things away. So that's your tricep muscles, that's your shoulders, that's your pecs, your chest. Now, push-ups have an added advantage of you have to stay in a plank position when you do them, so it actually works your core as well, and it works your legs a little bit. So push-ups are probably the best core exercise that, and throughout history, that's always been kind of the fundamental. Even looking at yoga is kind of the vinyasa, the core movement of a flowing yoga technique is built around push-ups. And all combat sports and stuff kind of focus around push-ups. The military, of course, focuses around push-ups. Push-ups are kind of the core, and the added advantage of a push-up is you can do it anywhere at any time. All you need is a floor, and you don't need a whole lot of room. You don't need a whole lot of space. And of course, there's different types of push-ups that can isolate different types of exercises. The pull-up is the next one. Pull-ups are great. Now, they don't get as much love as the push-ups. Pull-ups are very important in military training and combat sports and stuff because it's so important to do push-ups or pull-ups. It's so important for building upper body strength with pulling, with your biceps, again, shoulders, and your back. But I guess the reason it's not as popular is because it does require some equipment. It does require a pull-up bar, right? You do have to have a bar, something that you can pull yourself up with, and it's also the barrier of entry is pretty high. There's lots of people that can't do pull-ups because they don't have the upper body strength, or they might be too heavy to be able to do it. So that comes in as a factor, and a lot of people shy away from pull-ups for that reason. But you should definitely work on pull-ups, and there are some alternative exercises that you can do that do the pulling exercise. So there's, of course, there's like pull-down type exercises that you can do at the gym, but again, that requires equipment. And then, of course, there's curling exercises that work your biceps with dumbbells, but again, that requires equipment. And then there's also rowing exercises, so you can take like a broom handle or something like that, put it between two chairs, and pull yourself kind of an inverse push-up. And but again, that requires some equipment too. So that's kind of the challenge that you run into with pull-ups. I think they're super effective. I think everybody should have a pull-up bar. You'll see mine's right behind me here. That's where I do pull-ups and dips, and I think pull-ups should be in every workout at any time. And then, of course, you get into crunches. Now, crunches are another type of workout that have changed over the years. One of the interesting thing about crunches is it used to all be setups. And I think the reason why setups were replaced by crunches is primarily because the lower back gets a lot of strain and pressure, and people that do setups, that do huge volumes of setups every day, like in the military training and stuff like that, we're getting lower back pain and lower back pressure. So over time, they've changed that to recommend more crunches. I think setups are great. I don't think I think if you're doing like thousands a day, they're not good for you. But I think from time to time doing setups are good, but crunches in general are pretty good. And there's all kinds of other core exercises that you can do along those same lines as crunches, right? You can do plank style exercises. You can do Mason twists and different exercises along those lines. So there's lots of other core options. So basically, when you're looking at crunch exercises, you're looking at core variations. And then, of course, squats. Squats are the ultimate lower body exercise. You can do it with or without weights. If you do it without weights, if you could do them quickly without weights, that's a great cardio exercise. With weights, of course, is kind of the fundamental to bodybuilding and that type of training. So that's a core and important exercise to do. A lot of people have a hard time with squats because they have bad knees, or they have a bad lower back or something like that. A lot of trainers recommend that you don't do like back-loaded squats, that you only do front-loaded squats because they can hurt your lower back, and that's absolutely true. Of course, there's tons of bodybuilders that have destroyed their backs doing super heavy lifts. I'm not a big believer in super heavy lifts at all, but I'm not a bodybuilder type. I'm more of a functional fitness type, so I keep my weights under, around maxing out around 100 pounds or so, and I do more for functional fitness. If you can't do squats, a good alternative, of course, is lunges. Lunges work similar, if not exactly all the same muscles, but very similar muscles, and you don't have to do that full bend in the knees. So that's very effective. So those are kind of your 4 exercises, the 4 exercises that you want to focus on to get fit and healthy and just kind of have general overall fitness and general overall health is the push-up, the pull-up, crunches, and squats. Stick with those and add in more day to day and improve on those every day, and you will get a really good solid base of general fitness. It will get a little boring after a while, and you'll want to change things up and add some other things in, but that's a topic for another day. So hope you guys enjoyed this. Hope you have a wonderful day, and tomorrow is Friday. It'll be TGIF, so I hope you're looking forward to that. I know I am. So you guys have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow.